Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque in League 2 in France. We are just 2 games away from the mid-season break, from the winter break. Up today we're going to have Troyes and we're going to have Paris FC. Since the last episode, we've done okay. We've lost a couple, we've won a couple, we've drawn a couple as well. Actually, we've only drawn one. We started off with a 4-1 victory against Laval and we were ridiculous. I did play the 4-4-2 diamond formation for the first about 25 minutes, and then I changed it up and went, actually, let's go back to the normal one. And we destroyed them. We actually destroyed them. Then against Valencians, we lost to a 90th minute winner, which I was not best pleased about. We did have a couple of cup games as well, FC Guegnon, maybe, and Ententa Fanes Alunion, or something like that, and we managed to go through both of those 2-0. It set up a 9th round tie against Cannes, which is going to happen on the 13th of January. Our second victory in between episodes was a 2-0 win against Reims. Dimitri C and Rodriguez with the goals for us. This match here was a very important game against Auxerre. We did manage to draw it in the end. We were 2-0 up thanks to Levan Gvenradze and Milan Radovanovic. But then we threw it away right near the end. An 88th minute equaliser. 2 ridiculously good goals for Auxerre. We probably did deserve to get a point from this. We also lost against Metz, a match where we were 1-0 up after just 11 minutes, but Nishan Burkat then destroys us on 17 and 50 minutes. We did, like I said, we did manage to get 2 victories against Laval and Reims, losing to Metz, and that one really hurt against Valenciennes, and a draw against Auxerre. It wasn't the end of the world for those 5 matches. It does mean that we have dropped down to 4th place in the table, and now there is a little bit of a gap between second and the chasing pack. In fact, it's not even a little bit of a gap, it's quite a big gap. 5 points between Nancy and Nice. Amiens have basically won the league already. They're on 45 points. They are 8 points clear of second place. They are 13 points clear of third place. I don't think anyone's going to catch them. Match number 1 then of the episode, 14th place Troyes. Now this is an interesting match. Not because it's Troyes, but more because of the last match that Troyes actually played. Not the last match, sorry, no, they've played another one. They beat Ajaccio 6-2. 6-2. Ajaccio are 6th. Troyes can score some goals if they really need to. They are in inconsistent form. We are also in inconsistent form. We really need to keep winning some games because we are starting to lose pace, particularly, like I said, with Amiens and with Nice. Luckily for us, Nancy don't seem to be as good as us either. They seem to lose quite a few games. They've drawn 2, lost 6. The starting lineup we're going to go for then in this match against Troyes. In goal is going to be Dylan Silva, Ryan Birch, Boris Rodriguez and Samuli Kanunen will be the back 4. Asan Kamara, Big Gids and Simon Bogle will be the midfield today. Simon Bogle has been really unlucky this season because he doesn't really get a huge amount of games because we've strengthened the midfield so much that he is bloody good at football. He also managed to score in one of the previous games. It was an absolute cracker as well. So we're going to have Kamara, Waha and Bogle. Levan Gvenradze has been reinvented somewhat as a right-sided midfielder with Alain Varau on the left. Dimitri C, our top goal scorer by a country mile, is going to be the complete forward in the middle. I think we made a mistake during the summer where, I say we, as if it was a decision we all made. I made a mistake during the summer where I bought a lot of central midfielders without really realising that I've already got Bogle, Waha and Kamara who are ridiculously good at football. And pretty sure Bogle and Kamara are going to be not necessarily world class, but they're going to be very good footballers in a few years' time. Like, they could probably do a job in Ligue 1, maybe in about 5 years' time anyway. But yeah, so buying some of these players like Radovanovic, even getting Minty in on loan, people like that, probably wasn't the best plan. I've just realised who's playing for Troyes. It is that new gen striker who last season scored a stupid amount of goals, and the season before that scored a stupid amount of goals. So expect El Kayari to score a couple of goals in this one as well. Free kick for the Troyes goalkeeper. Kanunen heads forward. Kamara back to Samuli Kanunen, who, by the way, has a Finland cap. A proper one, not an under-21s cap. Big Gids finds Levan Gvenradze, runs inside, back to Gideon Waha. Comes forward, finds Dimitri C on the spin, and somehow he scored. I don't know how that went in. It's going down as an own goal. I don't think that is an own goal. I'm not sure. I want to see what happened here. In a way, I want to have a different angle. So Dimitri gets the ball here, spins. Oh, he hit the post. He hit the post and it rolled in, hit the back of the goalkeeper's calf, and it goes 1-0 up to Dunkerque. And already there's another highlight. Michelin with a throw. Kinnunen heads clear. Sven comes with the ball. Poha back to the central defender. And Kuka, that's a good name, comes forward. He doesn't come forward. Michelin, lovely cross. That's a ridiculous cross. Luckily, it was just a little bit overhit. Just seen we're 1-0 up. No shots on target yet. Throw on for Troyes. Back to the throw on taker, Michelin. Sven comes. It's a funny name. It's very difficult for me to not try and point that out. Sven comes once again with the ball. Long ball upfield. And here he is. El Kayari runs one-on-one with the keeper. Dylan Silva just about saves it. Gives away a corner. Corner to be taken by Sven comes. It's towards the penalty spot. Dylan Silva claims the ball gratefully in his arms. 35 minutes on the clock. We've had one shot on target, and that wasn't the goal. We are kind of coasting in this one. We should be doing a lot more than what we actually are doing. A 6.4 for Dimitri C at half-time. He's not had a single chance, and still, he has had a chance. He's had a shot. He nearly scored. I'm not going to encourage. I'm going to be passionate and say, no, I'm going to be something. Calm. I'm going to be calm. I'm not happy with your performance. Only Levan Gvimradze looks stressed. He'll be fine. We're going to stick with the same 11 for now, but I'm thinking Dimitri C isn't going to be playing too much of the second half. Throw in deep in the Troyes half for Troyes to take. Throws it forward. Comes back to Michelin. It's these three here. Comes Michelin and the right back, whose name is really quite difficult to say. Serginho to this man. Chimbembe forward to El Kayari, goes for goal. He's hit the post, and luckily for us it does not hit the back of our goalkeeper. We've had a second shot on target. Wasn't a highlight though. This is something that I normally do. I give people until the hour mark, and if they haven't done anything they get subbed. So Ljubiša Kojic is coming on. He's going to move over to the right wing. Gvimradze is going to go up top. At some point possibly Bafana Dimitri might come on for one of those two, and whoever stays on will move to the complete forward in the middle. Amiens have finally taken the lead against Red Star. It's taken an hour, but Amiens do now have a 10-point lead over second place Nice. Final 10 minutes, Viral is going to be coming off for Bafana Dimitri. It's a bit of a weird substitution to do, but that is what we're going to do. Do we do our final sub? We're going to do Radovanovic on for Simon Bogle. Radovanovic, I have promised that he's going to get some more first team football. So I'm kind of trying to make that happen, although Simon Bogle also needs first-team football. Well, it's looking like we're going to win, because we've got 5 seconds to play. Boris goes for the ball. Radovanovic is there. The full-time whistle has gone. No, it hasn't. It's an offside call, but the full-time whistle will go. There it is. It is a 1-0 victory, and we've scored thanks to a shot that deflected off the post, hit the back of the goalkeeper, and went in. Doesn't matter. They all count. I will take the 3 points, but I would have liked to have actually scored a goal ourselves. So we've moved up into 4th place because Nancy played Nice. That is why neither of those teams won the game. That is perfect. That is, I was going to say that's the best result. I think a better result actually would have been Nancy winning, because it meant Nice would have been a little bit closer. But it doesn't matter. It's now 4 points between us and Nice. We are beyond the halfway mark now. So this is the halfway point in the season. I would take that. If you told me at the start of the season you'd be 3rd after 19 games, I would be very happy with that. This is quite a good piece of news. Alexei Zabara is now 5 appearances away from making 10 appearances for Watford. That means Mr. Zabara here he's played 5 games, which means we've picked up nearly £500,000 already. Oh my word, look at those physical stats. He's still wanted. He's worth £7 million now. In January, if he goes, that is big money. Let's have a quick look at finances. We are still just about in the black. Technically, according to that, we've got £2,560. It's not a lot of money. We are definitely going to be going well into the red very soon. We are spending quite a lot of our wage budget. Although, every time that money comes in, I am allowed to do that and kind of slowly creep the wage budget up a little bit. Match number 2 then, up against Paris FC, down in 17th place in the table. So they are the Dunkerque of this season. That was where we were about this time last year, wasn't it? Other matches of interest, Nancy against Angers. That is probably not going to be too much of a problem for Nancy. Nice versus Lyon Duchère. Again, they should probably be beating Lyon Duchère. and Amines are not playing until possibly tomorrow or Monday, so we will stick around to see what happens before we go into the Christmas break. The starting lineup then in goal is going to be Daniel Gerrits today. Ryan Birch, Boris Eller and Kanunen are going to be the back four for the majority of the season. I say that. Right, Rodrigue Eller. Let me just talk to you about Mr. Rodrigue Eller. He has his contract expiring in 6 months' time. He is wanted by other teams. Millwall, Reading and Amines want Rodrigue Eller. If we go to offer new contract, he doesn't want to negotiate. So, it might be Rodrigue is going to be leaving in January. Anyway, back to the starting 11. Asan Kamara, Milan Radovanovic and Minty will be the midfield trio today. Lujbisa Kojic and Bafana Dimitri will be the two wingers, with Dimitri C as the striker. We've kind of mixed it up quite a lot here. Basically, the entire front five here has changed apart from Dimitri C. If I ask the assistant to pick, they say play Levan Gvimradze there. So they actually reckon the last match, the front five, was just not worth even trying. I'm going to stick with it for the moment. I'm thinking actually, Minty's not my player. That's why I don't want to play Minty. That's why I keep dropping him. We're going to go with Big Gids in the middle because he is our club captain. I am thinking that January is going to be quite an interesting time for us, because I suspect we might be getting that Alexi Zabara money. We might also be losing a Rodrigue Eller. I'm possibly going to try and loan out some of the more fringe players. And by fringe players, I mean really good footballers who just aren't getting in the team. Radovanovic crosses it in. Boris is there, and it is not in the net. It is very close. It is going to be a corner. Big Gids is going to be the one to take it. Where's he going to put it? It's gone deep. It's cleared. Kojic controls the ball, though. Radovanovic across to Dimitri C. Takes a few touches, goes for goal. And Dimitri C has put it into the bottom corner. His 15th goal of the season. And it is now looking like we are going to be... I'll say looking like we're going to be winning this game. We're 7.5 minutes in. Also, Dimitri C, former Paris FC loanee, scores against the team that used to feed him. That's not the words they use, is it? Anyway, like I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted by a goal that we scored, some of the more fringe players are possibly going to be going out on loan. A Simon Bogle, I think, is an ideal person to go out on loan to another League 2 side, a mid-table League 2 like an Auxerre, an Ajaccio, Stade Reims, something like that. Radovanovic goes for goal, hits it just wide. We are half an hour in. Nancy have taken the lead against Angers. Throw in now for Paris FC. Alex Kardec goes for goal, hits the post, and it is shocking goalkeeping, and I'm very tempted to substitute you for that, Daniel Gerrits. I was going to say that goal came out of the blue. It didn't. It's just our goalkeeper didn't want to save it. Rodrigue Eller has apparently taken the blame for that one as well. Throw on for Kissy to take. Samuli Kanunen's header clear. Can't go very far. Now, run onto it, Kojic. He does run onto it now. He's not got too much support. Has to play it across to Bafana Dimitri. The Madagascar number 37. Crosses in. Dimitri C is there. That is a wonderful cross from Dimitri Bafana. But unfortunately, Dimitri C, his namesake, can't put it in the back of the net. It's going to be 1-1 at half time. I'm going to get the assistant to do the team talk, and judging by the reactions, I shouldn't have got him to do the team talk. I should have done that myself. Something needs to change, because most of our players are on like a 6.6, which isn't very good for a team that, in theory, should be winning this match. Boris plays it back to Daniel Gerrits, who's already made one cock-up. Asan Kamara, the Ivorian, who is apparently League 1 levels of ability right now. Bafana Dimitri runs down the left-hand side, crosses in. It is very hard cross. Kojic, Dimitri C is there, and Dimi C has made it 2-1. We are a one-man team right now, and he's not even our player. He's on loan from Aston Villa, but we are back in front. Shouldn't have played Gideon Waha, should I? Minty's going to come on. Waha on a 6.6, not playing very well. Samuli Kanunen also coming off for Brandon Collignon. Kanunen, I think, is a better player. I think he's going to turn into a better player, but Collignon, on paper, is probably a better footballer right now. Highlights Perez with the ball to Sumare. Shibola back to Sumare again. Paris FC passing the ball around, but deep in their own half. Berthet, maybe. Forward. Are we going to get there first? Collignon's there. Oh, what a finish that is. It's 2-2. It is 2-2. I think I might saw a flag go up. Maybe? No? I'm just hopeful. I think I'm just hopeful. He was definitely not offside. We are not doing very well. I mean, defensively, we're doing pretty badly. Rodrigue Eller is making me want to sell him now. I thought he loved playing for this club, but apparently not. Let's give him a show some passion. do something. We've dropped down to 4th place because Nancy are clearly winning their game. We're only going to pick up a solitary point here. Nice, I think, might be drawing their game, possibly, into injury time, and we're not going to get anything more, are we? We've got 45 seconds to play. Nancy have scored a second against Angers. Now, Daniel Garrett stands still with the ball and eventually decides to pick it up. Because you know what, Daniel? That's what we want. We really wanted to claim a 2-2 draw against a team in 17th, you flippin' idiot. Rodrigue Ella now with the ball. We've got 15 seconds to play, and we're not looking like we want to go forward. So, I'd say this is an appalling result. This is a team that are 17th in the table. We have double their points, and we didn't even want to try. 12 shots, 4 on target, 2 goals. Dimitri C is the only person in our team who actually performed. Right, as we've got a winter break, you're coming in for training tomorrow, lads. Hopefully that sorts your ideas out. I mean, Minty gets a 6.5. He was worse than Big Gids. All in all, not a good weekend of football so far. Laval yet to play. It also looks like Auxerre and Ajaccio still yet to play as well. If they win, they will go on to 31 points and chuck themselves right in the mix. Obviously, Amin's yet to play, but to be honest, they're like the PSG of League 2, aren't they? They are so far in front, it's not even worth looking at them now. It's the Saturday, and here are the fixtures then. Amiens versus Auxerre. Now, that's a conflicting match. Do we want Auxerre to win, because that means Amiens are catchable, or do we want Amiens to just keep running away with it and keep Auxerre away from us? Also, Valenciennes Laval, that is a big game. Valenciennes, the team that beat us with a 90th minute winner, so I'm now going to support them for this match. I will take that. I will definitely take that. Amiens beating Auxerre means Auxerre don't close the gap. Nice now 10 points behind Auxerre. We are 16 points. Sorry, Nice 10 points behind Amiens. We are 16 points behind Amiens. We are not catching them at all. We are so far behind them. Clermont-Foot and Châteauroux don't even have that many points, and they are the two teams at the bottom of the table. That's how bad, well, not bad, that's how good Amiens are doing so far. Valenciennes beating Laval as well is very handy for us. It means Valenciennes have moved up to 8th in the table. Laval are in 5th place. Gazélec Ajaccio, they must have played a couple of days ago. So, we're going to finish 20 games in 4th place in the table, sat snugly in the middle of the playoffs. I'd like to get 3rd, because if we get 3rd, it means we go straight to the playoff final, where we'll play the winner of 4th versus 5th. And it might be only 2 matches, or 3 matches technically, until we possibly get into Ligue 1. I'm thinking way too far ahead. It's still December. With that in mind, when we return, we'll return after the transfer window closes. Châteauroux and Brest, which I think is possibly our most common episode. We always seem to play Châteauroux, I'm sure of it. So yeah, we're going to come back in February. Just having a quick look at what we've got left. Nancy Nice, that's probably going to be another episode, isn't it? That is going to be a huge episode. Amiens, final game of the season. I feel like at that point, they're going to have won the league. To be honest, I feel like at about this point, they're going to have won the league. So yeah, I'm not deciding episodes yet, but yeah, we're definitely going to come back for Châteauroux and Brest. Well, somewhat of a disappointing episode. We do manage to pick up 4 points, and it is an undefeated episode, but we really should have actually beaten Paris FC. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back next time with some transfer news, and there'll be a lot of it, I'm sure, and then the matches against Châteauroux and Brest.